Hello, and fuck you. It's my life's a pink G. Again with another video. This time a story for everyone. Enjoy the music as always. Most of it I make. I might play whatever song whenever I feel like it, but 99% of the time it's gonna be my music that I made. So enjoy. So today's story begins on a fateful day of my 18th year of life. Now, just to point out, when I turned 18, it was legal for me to smoke. But at that point, the legal age was 18, and by the time it became 21, I was already exactly 21. So I never really had any issues with the age changing or anything. But I was smoking a cigarette with my boy, we were calling him Bob. Let's call him Bob. That's a good name, right? So gentle, so basic. It's perfect. Okay, so me and Bob, we like to skateboard, right? And we like to smoke. Smoking a cigarette, smoking some weed, passing the blunt, back and forth, and really I wanna point out that by this point I was still living with my mom, so I was trying to hide the fact that I'm smoking Marlboro Reds in the woods with my neighbor. So, yeah, that's the life of an adult, I guess, who lives with his mom and just turned 18, whatever. So, what makes this story unique is we're in the woods and we had to hop the fence behind the neighborhood swimming pool to get there. And we had our skateboards, but there's not really any terrain to skateboard. We were skateboarding around the pool parking lot for a good minute, then we get paranoid, as we always did when we smoked, and we hopped yet another fence in order to stay out of the sight of the cops. Because weeds wasn't legal then at all. Where we are, I live in Virginia, just for clarification. Lived in New York for a while, lived in Washington D.C. for a while. That was fire. But regardless of that, while I was living with my mom, I was a frequent cigarette smoker and on occasion weed smoker. I wouldn't call myself a stoner by this period, but we're in the woods, right? And he pulls out the blunt. And my boy's always got the blunt. Bob's always got the blunt. Always got the blunt. And he sparks it. And he's like, yo, you smoke? And I'm like, bro, we've been smoking for 2 years. But in my head, I was going to say that. But then I was like, oh, man, no, this is the first time he's smoked me out. So I say, yeah, I'll smoke. And I take a hit. And by this point I wasn't even smoking cigarettes correctly. I was under the impression that you're just supposed to hold the smoke in your mouth and blow it out and not inhale it. That's not how you smoke cigarettes. You're supposed to get the nicotine in your lungs, or you're not really doing nothing with them. But by the time I figured that out, I wasn't, aware that that's how you become addicted to them. So, whatever. So we pull out the blunt, we spark it. We're in the woods, so the area is just beautiful, like marvelous. And we're smoking, passing the blunt back and forth, puff, puff, pass. We were always really, really rigid about it's 2 hits, and you pass that shit, or you gonna get bitch smacked. It didn't matter who you were. Like, I was always with that. He was always with that. But sometimes it'd be people who weren't with that, and we had to deal with them. You know what I mean? We had to deal with them and get them out and get them out the way. And when things got down, my goal was to be a clown. So we're smoking it up, and I'm like sitting there trying to make my boy laugh, like doing stupid shit with my face, like like skating past him. So like like, it looked like that, and like he's geeking, we're stoned, we're skating around the parking lot, and then an actual cop does show up, so we dip, we go home. But when I walk in the front door, my mom looks me dead in the eyes and goes, "Do you have pink eye?" And that's like the punchline of this story, I'm telling you, because both my eyes were red as fuck. Red as fuck. Like I was plastered. And I'm like, might have rubbed my eyes a little too much. I didn't get much sleep last night, and I kind of just, went down and went to sleep because like I didn't want to answer any more questions. And I woke up, and she's like, "Oh yeah, you must irritate your eyes or something." And I'm like, "There's no way she's buying this," but she was. Up until I moved out and I smoked a blunt outside my house while she was there. I mean, I live alone now. There's nothing you can say other than I hope you don't get arrested. But anyway, moral of this story is if I had stayed and stuck to weed, if I stuck to weed, I'd been alright. I would have been probably pretty okay. But here's the thing. My next boy, we're going to call him Steve. My boy Steve came back one day with some interesting stuff, dudes. We're gonna call it potpourri, is what he said when we smoked it. And it was potpourri. Very good potpourri. We smoked it, and by the time I was done smoking the blunt, I didn't even realize that there was a blunt to begin with. That's K2 for you. You'll smoke that shit and then be like, hmm. And you're just gonna get weirder and weirder and weirder, and people's eyes are gonna be on you, like. But, like, you're gonna be so plastered, you're not even gonna notice. And if you do, you're gonna be laughing your ass off at how their eyes are bulging at you, you know? Moral of this story is, I guess, you get really flaky shit when you go to a weed dealer. And I mean flaky, not like ground. It's ground, it's obvious that it's ground. But if you get like parsley looking thing coming from your weed dealer, put that in the trash. You don't want any part of that. No, you do not. I took part in it for 2 years. I think I'm about 40 points of IQ dumber. I dropped a 40-point percentage or whatever. Whatever they use to measure IQ, I don't really care. Damn, I forgot making this song. I forgot when I made this song. This one was for someone as a gift. It's one of my earlier songs. I'm just on a playlist of all my songs there. Well, we've hit 10 minutes, and the story has reached its conclusion. My peoples and my peoples that would like me to not end this video, and the other peoples that would like to slap me in the face just because I look good for that. Have a great one and stay blessed. Peace out.